Weightlifting is a passion and a hobby. Many people do it. Many people do it competitively, and they do it for sports. It gives you a sense of well-being, and the compliments that come with it are amazing. When someone tells you, "Oh, you're looking real good," or "I can't believe you did that," it all makes you feel better about yourself. Well, I was at the gym one day. I was lifting pretty decent weight, but I saw the guy next to me. He was lifting even more. I wanted to get to that level. So I found a friend that was on performance-enhancing drugs. He had a very well put together body. He was extremely strong, and he outbeat the competition. According to the IDA Fitness Journal, 3 million people in the United States use anabolic steroids properly with zero side effects, with zero negative side effects. Of course, with these drugs, there can be many problems that come with it. For example, diseases such as cardiovascular disease, which has to deal with the arteries and the vessels, that it clogs up and causes trouble breathing and the blood to pump to your heart. Another problem is muscle dysmorphia. It's when your muscles grow to a certain extent that they start creating pus. It's like a pimple, and they explode. And women by no means should use these drugs. Infertility may be a factor of them, like a negative factor. Men experience hair loss and growing of breasts on their chest with improper use. I can't stress enough with improper use. Another problem is the usage at such a young age. There's 14, 15-year-olds that are using these drugs just to gain an edge when they are improperly developed, lowering their testosterone abilities. And when they begin to grow and start maturing, their testosterone levels, they're so low, and they no longer produce testosterone because of those synthetics that they got from such a young age. Another problem with the use of anabolic steroids is uneducated people. They don't know how to use it, they don't know the proper dosages, and they're just uneducated in general. And many people have this preconceived notion about the decreases in testicular sizes. It has nothing to do, it does not affect anyone in the jugular area. Although the scrotum does decrease, but it does not affect anything. Cancer in the liver is a big factor, but when you do use a liver support, that should not be a problem. Journal article, the use and misuse of performance-enhancing drugs. With the misuse of these drugs, complication will inevitably occur. That's an example of muscle dysmorphia. That's an example of what not to do in abuse. The solution is to educate individuals and sit them down and create a class explaining how to use these drugs. With these classes, a decline of improper use will begin to expand. And another thing we should all focus on is the legalization of these drugs. Many people love the unknown, and many people like to be underground with the things that they do. So if we bring it to the light and stop this negative media around all these drugs and the way people look at it, people will start to use it properly. They won't begin to want to test out or anything. They will know the facts before they even start the process. With the solution at hand, the benefits will be endless. Feeling well-being, increased libido, which is the sex arousal hormone, gain muscle mass, which is ultimately what many men want and desire when they lift weights. Increase confidence when you're walking down and everyone is just staring at you and asking you, how do you get like that, or asking you for advice. And it brings athletes to a whole higher level in pro sports. What people can do without any drugs, they can multiply by 10 with the drugs. One of my friends, who actually is my cousin, I asked him a question: how do you feel while using the roids properly? He answered, alive, there is no greater feeling than to have a body everyone desires. That's an example of proper use. Conclusion. Working out for mineral results is frustrating. Day in and day out, many people work out extremely hard and they don't get any results. The struggle ends with the steroid. Steroids get the job done quick and efficiently. With proper use, the benefits are inevitable.